Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, my OGs, how are you? Okay, so in today's video I'm answering Q&A. Yes, I'm answering questions about motherhood. I asked you guys to ask me this question on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you're wrong. Yes, follow me on Instagram. I always, you will find my day-to-day life on Instagram, on my Insta story especially. So I hope that whether you are single or pregnant, because actually a pregnant woman actually told me in the question that she's 3 months in, and I was like, oh. So whether you're pregnant, single, in the process of trying to conceive, whatever your stage is, you probably be able to relate. So Lego. So first question says, do you ever get tired of motherhood? Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, but not like tired like, oh, I want to sell off my child, right? Tired like, like you be tired of a good job, you be tired sometimes when you're stressed, right? So yes, that kind of tired, not tired in a bad way, okay? Yeah, I'm thankful that I have help. I think that's one of the greatest things. If I didn't have help, trust me, I won't be able to film this video, because trust me, it will be all up in this video. So thank God for help, for grace, for all the people who offer help. Sometimes I'm home, but I still go and drop my baby at crash because I gotta rest. Okay. Next question says, was it painful? Did you use epidural? Did it help? So I guess this person is asking about delivery. That was delivery painful? Did I use epidural and did it help? I did not use epidural, even though through the pain I wanted to use epidural. I was like, I want epidural. But guys, I have done a whole video, almost over 20 minutes video talking about my delivery labor story. So if you haven't seen that video, I think you should absolutely check it out. I answered all the questions about delivery. If it was painful, if it was stressful, I answered everything. So please check it out. Thank you. But did I use epidural? No, I gave birth normally, like via the down there. Yeah. So next question says, do you ever feel like taking a break sometimes with just yourself? Absolutely, which is what is similar to the last question. Yes, I feel like taking a break. Yes, and I do take breaks. Okay, I just go and drop in there, and I when it gets to the stage where he can go and spend weekends, trust me, it's gonna be spending the weekend with his grandma and grandpas. After all, they're the ones that say they want to be grandmas. If you have parents, if you're a mom and you have parents or whatever that have been excited to be grandmas, that they were already running it down your neck, give them the responsibility. Don't stress yourself. Go and drop the child with them. Maybe they want to be grandma and grandpa, leave it with them. So is there anything we can do to avoid tearing during labor? This is such a powerful question, and I wanted to do a Q&A on it because I found this amazing ebook by this nurse, and I wish I found this book before I gave birth. It would have really helped me, and I've been wanting to do a video about it, but thank God someone's asking this question in my Q&A, so it just means one stone for two birds, right? So yes, is there anything that you can use to avoid tearing during labor? If you're a new mom or planning to be a new mom, trying to conceive, whatever, I think you should absolutely get this book. It's by Nurse Mma, something like that. She's a nurse. I'll leave the description in the comment below. I'll leave the link to the book in the description box below. I think you should check this book out. It's so good. It talks about everything you can do to avoid vaginal injury so that you can enjoy yourself even after childbirth. I also had a little tear. It's called episiotomy, something like that. They actually cut it themselves just to allow the passage of the baby. And I heard that there are a lot of there are some reasons that could cause it. Number one is maybe the size of the baby. Number two is maybe the mom. Yes, maybe the mom's the opening of the mom is not so big. Then another thing is maybe you don't do exercises. If you read that book that I'm talking about, I don't want to let out all the cat out of the bag. You would really gain a lot. I think you should absolutely check it out. All right, so next question says, what advice would you give to someone who is scared of childbirth? if you are scared of childbirth because you've heard all sorts of stories, I enjoin you to look at it from God's perspective. What did God require of me? What was God's initial plan for me as a person? Is God in this? And then it will now lead you to a place of trust, right? When I first had my child, the first time he fell, I was so scared, like, oh my God. But now this same young man can come down from the bed. And I didn't have to teach him how to come down from the bed. He just started. One day we just saw him. I was like, how did you get down? The next time we saw him again down. Same thing with the couch. He can now come down from the chair or couch, whatever name you call it. So it made me realize that, what you're worrying about, some days down the line, you would have forgotten about it. So I know that you're scared of childbirth in the interim because of the stories that you've heard. Why not just focus on God and say, God, I choose to trust you. So whatever it is, whether it is going to be painful or not painful, I've heard of many people's story who said that their childbirth was easier than what they heard other people say. So it's your own duty. Please ignore my mic. It's your own duty as a person to say, I choose to trust God. I choose to walk with God, whatever the case is. I was one of the people, before I gave birth, I was praying that God, I'm going to have an easy delivery. Like, I want to just enter the hospital and just say, she has given birth. But my delivery wasn't so easy the way I wanted it, but it still was easy relatively to a lot of other stories, right? And it was because I chose to trust God. I chose not to allow all those other information overload sometimes is not good. Okay? Yeah, because when you have too much information, it can affect you. I'm not saying you shouldn't seek information. It's okay. Towards the end of my delivery, I started watching people's delivery stories. I'm not even gonna lie. But when I hear anyone, I block that out. I block it out immediately because I don't want to hear that. Oh, trust me, let me tell you, I know people that they lost their babies after giving birth, or maybe they lost their pregnancies. I could have chosen to dwell on that and say, oh God, what will make me different? That will make me not to lose my own child. But instead, I chose to believe. You know what I was telling myself? Anytime the devil tells me, look at this person that's even fervent, she also lost her child. I used to say, but look at this other person that is also fervent. She did not lose her child. I focused on the positive. I focused on all the good stories, okay? So yes, whether it's going to be painful or not, choose to trust God. Choose to say that, okay, I am carrying out God's mandate on earth. And if you have the means, by all means, science via God's wisdom has made things easier. You can always, say, okay, I'm going to schedule a CS. I'm going to get this baby out without stress, or you could use a surrogate mom, a lot of other things. If you know that God is leading you in that direction, it's important actually to be led, right? You don't want to do things that make you look like you don't have faith in God. But then some people, that would be the journey of faith that God will carry them on. Everyone has different journeys. So yes, I think that would really, really help you as a person to know that you don't have to be afraid. Just know that you have been empowered as a woman to carry out this job. It's the job that God gave you and you can do it. Say to yourself, if my mom did it, if every other woman did it, I can do it. That's it. So next question says, are there mood swings and cravings during pregnancy? Are the mood swings and cravings during pregnancy as crazy as people describe them to be? I think everyone has a different pregnancy journey, but yes, it most likely is as crazy as people make them to be. Yeah. But mood swings, I didn't have mood swings, but of course there were times when I would just not be in the mood. Not mood swing like, I used to have mood swings when I was younger. So I know mood swing, like a mood swing. When I was not even pregnant too, I know what mood swing really means. Okay, when you just wake up one morning, I don't feel like talking to anybody, just have vexing for people for no just cause. And I really had to pray about it. If you actually have mood swings, it is not of God, it is of the devil. Yes. That's a conversation we're gonna have someday. But yeah, mood swings is of the devil, okay? You shouldn't be having mood swings. Like, you just wake up and choose to fight with everybody. You just wake up one morning and say, I don't want to talk to you. Or, allowing what is going on in your inside to affect how you treat other people. That's actually not okay, if we're being honest. But I understand that people are emotional and, some people are not yet in total control of their emotions. Yeah. But with pregnancy, yes, it is real. Yes. If you are pregnant, comment below. Do you agree? Is it as crazy as people say? It's not. People are not exaggerating. No. Pregnancy is ghetto. But don't be scared. Next question says, does Fermi make you angry? I've answered this on Insta story actually, but yes, he does. Okay? But not like anger like I want to kill him, or anger like I hate you, or I've never regretted having him actually. So no, it doesn't make me angry like that. You know the normal things that children do, like the other day he poured his whole can of milk on himself. He started eating it. The other day he hit his head on me. These days he just throws tantrums. Maybe he takes something, you don't want him to harm himself, you collect it, he get pissed, you know. All those things, they're annoying, let's not lie. So next question says, I'm 3 months in and the morning sickness is morning, afternoon, night. Please don't really end. I don't know. For me, I kept having morning sickness till like the end, especially when I actually had car sickness, motion sickness, that's what it's called, where you are just, you know, you're vomiting in every car basically. So anytime I get in a car, I vomit. So, but they call it morning sickness and I don't know why, because it's not actually morning sickness. So you are not alone, my dear sister. Okay, it's not actually morning sickness, because you can vomit any time of the day. You can feel that nausea any time of the day. You can just be not in the mood any time of the day. Let me just tell you. So don't mind them. So I pray for strength for you, my darling. I don't know when it will end. Everybody's different, but usually they say after first trimester, that's after the first 3 months, it will get easier. I hope that will be the case for you. Although some people, that's not the case. I really can't tell you when it will get easier, to be honest, until you drop the single, or if you're on this double. Hallelujah. Next question says, knowing the change having a child brought to your life and your marriage, would you do anything differently? The change, I don't think so. I think I've also shared a video where I talked about having a child in your first year of marriage. Was it okay? Is it advisable? And I said that I love that I've done it and I've moved on from that, because the fact is I want to have children. If you don't want to have children, there's no problem. But if you want to have children, there's no need pushing it forward. Just do what you got to do and move on, right? I'm so glad I did it when I did it. In fact, like in my new job, I'm like, God, thank you that I've given birth already, because I can't imagine now start getting pregnant now, trying to, it's a lot of work, oh. So yeah, I don't regret anything. I don't regret the timing, everything, because everything has worked together for our favor since our child came. God has blessed us tremendously. God has provided. Like every time that we want to do something for him, it just makes a way. Like that's how powerful, that's the grace we have seen with having him. So we do not regret anything. I do not regret anything. I'm sure if you ask my husband, he's glad. Like we talk about it a lot, like we are glad this one is out of the way, because by now we would have probably been thinking about getting pregnant, or I'll be pregnant by now. If we were going to wait like 1 year, 2 years before getting pregnant, I would just be getting pregnant, and then my job, my new job, everything, it probably not have been easy to combine it. So I'm grateful that I did it when I did it, and I've moved on. So by the time we're thinking of second child, to God be our glory, but for now at least one is out of the way. Hallelujah. So yes, I do not regret anything. The changes that it brought to our marriage, it helped us to be able to be more intentional with our love and everything. And having that third person is really good, is really great. Although it has brought changes to our life. Watch our video on second year of marriage. You see everything about, you know, having a child. Yeah. So yes, I hope that I answered all of your questions, guys. If you have any other questions, leave it in the comment section. We will be continuing the conversation there. Motherhood is amazing. It's a blessing, but it's also sacrifice. Yeah. I will see you guys in my next video. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, share.